Hey everybody, hope you're doing well. So Cow King's here, and I will post all of the links and articles down in the bottom of the description for credits. I just want to go over some of the worst fast food items for you. So first up, we're going to have the McDonald's Big Breakfast with hotcakes. This is a personal favorite of mine that I absolutely loved back in the day. When I used to work for McDonald's, I would get this every fucking day. We got free meals, and so the free meals would include something like this, and I just thought it was delicious. It was one of my favorite items of all time, made with passion and love. So you're going to get some biscuits, some sausages, you're going to get scrambled eggs, hash browns, and you're going to get hot cakes with syrup and butter. Not one of the best items for you. In fact, if you're looking at some of the, if you're looking at the calories and nutrients, it's going to be about 1,340 calories, 63 grams of fat, 25 of which is going to be saturated fat, 0.5 of which is going to be trans fat, which is almost impressive how trans fat is included in fast food nowadays anyways. That's a really impressive one. 2,070 milligrams of sodium, 158 grams of carbs, 5 grams of fiber, 48 grams of sugar, and 36 grams of protein. So definitely this is not going to be one of the items that you want to do, for sure. Alright, so you thought that was bad. But next up we got Wendys Pretzel Bacon Pub Triple Cheeseburger. This bad boy is a triple cheeseburger like it sounds. So it's made up of 3 of Wendy's square beef patties that are covered in warm beer cheese sauce, applewood smoked bacon, smoky honey mustard, crispy fried onions, pickles, and a slice of Munster cheese, all on a soft pretzel bun. But as good as that sounds, this is some of the nutrition facts for you. It's going to come in at 1,520 calories, 106 grams of fat, 45 of which is saturated fat, and then a whopping 4 grams of trans fat, 1,910 milligrams of sodium, 53 grams of carbs, 3 grams of fiber, 7 grams of sugar, and 89 grams of protein. I guess at least you get a lot of protein, but whether or not it's complete protein is a whole nother story. Alright, next up, this one might come as a bit of a surprise. Chipotle is generally known as being healthy, but not when it comes to the Chipotle Carnitas Burrito with white rice, black beans, roasted chili corn salsa, queso, sour cream, cheese, and guacamole. So, per burrito, just for one burrito, comes in at 1,520 calories, 76 grams of fat, 29.5 grams of which are saturated fat, no trans fat, 2,780 milligrams of sodium, 143 grams of carbs, 20 grams of fiber, okay cool, 10 grams of sugar, and 61 grams of protein. Definitely, Chipotle is funny because it's all up to you on how healthy or unhealthy it's going to be for the most part. Alright, so on the next one, buckle up, buckaroos, because it's about to get worse. So this is going to be Sonic Asian Sweet Chili Boneless Wings. So for a 24-piece order, which I can't imagine why you would eat 24 pieces, you're going to be looking at 1,860 calories, 95 grams of fat, 37 of which is saturated fat, 2 grams of which is trans fat, 5,820 milligrams of sodium, 129 grams of carbs, 9 grams of fiber, and 56 grams of sugar, with 119 grams of protein. If this wasn't bad enough for you, don't go for dessert, because if you do, you're going to be adding to it, because this right here is the equivalent of about 5.5 Krispy Kreme original glazed donuts. So you might want to be checking your blood sugar before you even start to decide to chew on this one. This one's a big one. If you haven't seen it yet, it's Long John Silver's Big Catch Meal. This comes in at a whopping 1,320 calories, and with more trans fat than you should eat in 2 weeks. Long John Silver's Big Catch has been declared the worst meal in America by the Center for Science in the Public Interest. At almost all of its locations nationwide, Long John Silver's fish is fried in partially hydrogenated oil, These oils have fallen out of favor with the food industry because they contain trans fats, which have been implicated in heart disease. In 2006, KFC switched to trans fat-free oil after CSPI sued the group over its use of partially hydrogenated oils. To find what is swimming around in the Big Catch Mill, CSPI visited several Long John Silver's locations around Washington, D.C. and commissioned tests from the laboratory Eurofins. The results were startling enough for CSPI to dub the mill Heart Attack on a Hook. CSPI also found something off about the weight of the fish, too. When the researchers brought their Big Catch mills back to CSPI headquarters, they found that, once its breading was removed, a naked fillet of fish weighed in at about 4 to 5 ounces. In other words, customers aren't getting 7 to 8 ounces of pure fish. They're getting fish plus several ounces of greasy batter and trans fats. So as I mentioned earlier, this has 1,320 calories. But where does all that come from? Well, I'd be happy to tell you. In addition to its very high calorie count, it has 19 grams of saturated fat, almost 3,700 milligrams of sodium, and 33 grams of trans fats. Sheesh!